For this week's adventure, we're sort of stuck in traffic, but not for the typical reason. We're heading off to Newfoundland.
We're Kirsty and Les, and we explore the Canadian Maritime provinces with our 3 dogs.
Join us each week as we visit some of our favorite places and discover new ones along the way. Been arriving early for the ferry. The lineup's pretty bad. I love the fact that Marine Atlantic provides these placards for our windshield so the staff and others know that we have puppies on board. Nachos from the bar are highly recommended. One of the options to travel on the Marine Atlantic Ferry with your 4-legged friends is to have them in a kennel area. If you do that, there is a small relief patch here. It's a little hard to see on the camera, but there's our first signs of Newfoundland. We're in Newfoundland, puppies. I guess my love is for the ocean, not for you. No, not for you. We reached Port Aux Basques this morning, and neither of us really had good sleep. The 8th deck of the ferry is really cold. If anyone ever goes there on one of those crossings, make sure you bring a blanket. That's what we're going to be doing on the way back. I got little sleep, and I don't think Christian got any sleep, and we all started dragging our heels. So we stopped, picked up some coffee, yay for Tim's, and some little snacks, and we're going to continue on back onto the Trans-Canada. I was going to start recording, but I'm just amazed by this view. This view is amazing. Oh, wow. We're all set up now on Site 1 at Le Morne campsite here in the Gros Morne National Park, and we're off to find a couple of trails to explore. In multiple signs, there's postings about how it's very important to stay on the trail. There's so many plants that are just unique to this area that it's very important not to damage them. 460 million years ago, two tectonic plates collided, starting to form the Appalachian Mountains, which this is part of. As a result of that, all the rocks that we're seeing around here are basically earth mantle pieces. It's pretty cool. Some of those clouds aren't looking too promising. It's trying to rain down on us. Memphis is trying to shake off the water, but it looks like it's just going to be a temporary one. And like we always say, why wait for the weather to pass when you can just enjoy nature as is? Some of the many examples of the plants that they say just only grow here. Even though this is only a 4-kilometer trail, I'm getting used to carrying the rescue backpack. Just in case Jackson, who's 1 month away from being 16, we want to make sure if something does happen, we can carry him out no problem. And just like that, the showers are finished. It lets us continue enjoying this hike. We reached the end of the on-trail trail. Now we're going sort of off-trail. A little bit rougher terrain, not the gravel smoothness that we were used to beforehand, but still cool. Nice bridges and boardwalks involved. Now that we made a little turn around the cliffs, the wind is definitely hitting us a little bit stronger than it was before. It's nice keeping the bugs away, but it's definitely chillier than it was just a moment ago. No sooner did I say that we were doing the off-trail section, we hit this boardwalk that seems to just keep going. It makes it great for walking and it keeps us off the plants. We made it to the end of Tableland trails, and we could continue on doing some rock hopping like the people behind us are doing, but we're just thinking it's not going to be safe to do it with the dogs. It's wet, there you got to do a couple of river crosses, and it looks very slick. People with hiking poles are even having troubles with it, so we're going to turn around and just admire the scenery on the way down. Heading back down this trail on the boardwalk reminds me of photos from the Skyline Trail in Highlands National Park in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Kirsty just summarized this trail up perfectly. It's as if we're in a different country. This does not seem like it should be in Canada. If we were to keep going up past where we turned around, we think this is where we'd be coming down. Coming down, you can't help but notice that everywhere you look, there's a new aspect of scenery that it's just breathtaking. As we reach the parking lot, we notice two things. One, there's a pit toilet on site, just in case you need it. And two, there's all-terrain wheelchairs available. That way people with mobility issues can still enjoy this wonderful trail. Even though it's only just a peek out to the water and the mountains beyond it, the view from the site is so nice. This is such an amazing view to wake up to. Holy deep forest, like right off the top. We knew this was a short trail, but it sounds like we're almost to the waterfalls. This is a short trail, but it's nice. It's really wooded and dense. Quite the contrast from Tablelands that we did yesterday. The approach of this trail is a little tricky because it's in the middle of this big descent on the highway. You got to make sure you don't get rear-ended and you stop in time. We're at Gros Morne Mountain Trail. We're not going to do the whole thing because it's 18 kilometers with quite the steep ascent. Not really fair to Jackson, and that's going to take our whole day. We got other trails to do too. But we are going to at least go for a couple of look-offs. One of the unique quirks of Jackson is he hates being in front of Kirsty for some reason. So when we're in front of her, he's always lagging behind. But as soon as she's in front of us, he's more than willing to take those steps and take lead. I'm thinking it's a good day not to do the full trail because this is looking really foggy up on the two peaks there. Go easy. Memphis, go easy. Good puppies. We're not even 2 kilometers into this trail, and there's some amazing views of the waterfalls. Kirsty's ears have already popped because of the elevation change, and there's quite the microclimates where it gets warm and then really cold. It's a very diverse trail. A lot of variety of people doing these trails today. We found a group of bird watchers that found a morning warbler, which is pretty cool. I was hoping they were looking at a moose, but oh well, still, wildlife's wildlife. Fog's starting to clear off the mountains. This is a great example of not having to do the whole trail. Sometimes you just don't have the time. It's a little more advanced than what you're comfortable with or the dogs, or regardless of what the reason. If you don't feel like you can complete the trail, just do some of it. Just like we did earlier this year at Cape Split. Unlike the Gros Morne Trail, this trail is nice and wide and open. I think the boat must have just come off because there's a lot of people we're meeting. I never said hello to so many people with the dogs before. Hey. Hello? Hello? If you do want to do the boat cruise and you don't want to walk out all the way, there are shuttles going back and forth that'll let you go and just jump right on the boat. Really gives you an idea of how high these cliffs are, that they would dwarf the CN Tower at 660 to 670 meters, whereas the CN Tower is 553. For an extra adventure, you can pay to go on a boat cruise going through this fjord and give you a whole different aspect of it. Unfortunately, dogs aren't allowed. A little demonstration as to a moose fence Just keep the critters out of here so the plants can grow. Now that we've actually gone to the water's edge and see the sights, we both think it's a little more impressive from back here. Mind you, I'm sure it would be really cool on the boat. Now that all those people that we met leaving from the boats are gone, yeah, the park looks a lot more empty, as expected.